Van Rosendaal. Are you ready for 20 questions?
I am.
All right. This is the first of 2 food-related questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Oh my gosh. Favorite ice cream?
Favorite flavor?
Oh, this is the hardest question of all. Like ice cream is my desert island food. Like it's like my jam. I don't keep it in the house because I'll just eat it all. My favorite flavor, I always have regret when I go to choose. Even thinking about having to choose makes me a little bit panicky. I do love chocolate. I always regret not getting chocolate. I always go for stuff with chunks in it, you know? Like I always get sucked into like butter pecan or like moose tracks. If there's anything that has peanut butter cups in it, I will go for that. But you know, chocolate is like a good go-to. Although it depends on the day, it depends on a lot of factors. I don't want to. Oh, you know what's really good? Roasted strawberry and rhubarb ice cream. I made that last summer and this summer, and it's amazing. So but you can't really buy it, so that doesn't really count. Not everyone's gonna make it.
It doesn't really matter. You know, I have discovered that the gateway to hell is ice cream with little caramel filled cups in it.
Oh.
Yeah. It sounds disgusting, Julie, but it's like these little explosions of sugary gooey caramel in your mouth.
Like Rolo ice cream?
Kind of, but not with that taste. It's a little bit more refined.
I'm a little bit
you actually taste caramel and not just sugar.
Totally. I'm a bit of an ice cream snob too. Like Breyers, anytime anyone goes, I'm like, don't buy Breyers. Not to diss Breyers, but it's like, it's not ice cream. No. It says frozen dessert on it, don't buy it. Right?
I tell people that all the time.
Ice cream, not frozen dessert.
Yeah.
So there's so many good.
The downside of that is I have taught my 2 boys the difference between ice cream and frozen dessert. So they're also a bit snobby about it. And you know, the good stuff always costs the big dollars, right?
Yeah. But if you're going to eat it, you might as well eat the good stuff. And coffee ice cream too, I love. Okay.
Coffee ice cream.
Question. I can't pick a favorite.
It's hard. Okay. Here's the next question. What show do you secretly hate that you love?
Do I secretly hate that I love? Like, am I embarrassed that I love?
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't watch enough TV. I don't know if I have any.
That's okay.
I don't have any. For a while, a few years ago, I got hooked on, what was it called when they went into storage wars?
I used to love that too.
I was like in a hotel and I was sick and it was on TV and I was like, you know, when you're just like, you're too sick to move and it's like, what's in this one?
And they always run marathons of those things.
Yeah, but I don't do that anymore. I don't think it's on anymore.
The one I'm kind of watching now is Border Security.
Oh, really? I was like, what? How is this a show?
Yeah.
And like, it's not like you would act the same with a camera on you.
No.
Then, I don't know. Anyway, but okay. That's a good confession.
Yeah. What was your favorite TV show as a kid?
That was not a food. Didn't we have 2 food-related questions?
Yeah, it's coming. It's a few more down the road.
My favorite show as a kid, I loved Happy Days. I'm totally dating myself. I loved Gilligan's Island. I loved all cartoons, like on Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever was on. Like anything that's on, I will watch because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Even if it was like Hercules, which was the crappiest cartoon.
Herc!
And there were like 2 motions. Yeah, as a kid. Yeah, I know. I loved those 2. I can't think of what else I loved when I was a kid.
That's good.
If it comes up, I'd think of it. But yeah, anyway.
Okay. Where did you get your first kiss?
Oh, man. Well, technically in grade 2, when my friend and I were playing shark attack. And he kissed me when we were like swimming through the water, couch cushions, and he said his brother told him that that's what you did with your girlfriend. And I was like, ew, gross. And then the second one was at the legit one was in grade 9 on a school field trip out to the West Coast to the Gulf Islands on the bus ride. You know, like the overnight, late night bus ride, and everybody is all like grade 9.
Were you sitting at the back of the bus?
Young. It was close to the back of the bus. You know?
That's where all the action is.
Someone took a picture and they put it in on the bulletin board at school on our grat in the display case, so you couldn't take it down. And my parents came and saw this picture of me and him all like that. I know.
See, and that was before social media, and I can tell you.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
I'm sure you were mortified by that picture.
There was like an early Facebook post or like a post.
The school bulletin board.
Yeah. I was totally mortified.
So what were you really good at in high school?
In high school, I was good at English. I was good at not really reading the books and then writing an essay about it and getting good marks. Yeah, math was not my forte. I can do cooking math. I can do like fractions. If I think about it in a food like circumstance, I can do it.
Science.
No, like math and science weren't my greatest subjects, but English, art and drama, you know, I did those things.
But now you could say you're kind of like a major in science because baking is science, right?
It kind of is.
It is. I think it is.
Yeah.
Cooking, not so much, but baking, with the ways the things react and interact, it's science.
There's still science in cooking too, you know? There's like the Maillard reaction, when you brown things, there's adding cream to an acid, and so there's still some science.
Yep.
It seems sciencey. It just seems.
Yeah, it's way more interesting now as an adult than in school.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Okay, class clown, class rebel, or teacher's pet?
Oh, what grade?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Elementary school, teacher's pet.
Wow. Always
Class clown. And junior high, I went to a really small junior high school, and it was great. I don't know if I was really any of those. What was the third one? Class clown.
Class clown.
Oh, rebel.
Rebel or teacher's pet?
I was a good rebel, like in high school. I was a nice rebel. Can you be a nice rebel?
Well, you can, like if you do extra work.
Yeah, right? I wasn't quite. Yeah, I don't know if I did.
I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to do extra.
Yeah.
That's kind of like teacher's pet, I think.
No, it's not really teacher's pet.
Oh.
I don't know I don't know. I guess class clown. Yeah, I always used humor as a way to mask my insecurities.
Yeah, a lot of us do that, right?
It's true, right? Yeah.
Early bird or night owl?
Oh, night owl.
What?
Oh.
You're up early a lot.
I know.
Ouch.
I know. Oh yeah, night owl. I always get my second wind, and I could like write all night long, and yeah.
Amazing.
Night owl, 100%.
Party girl or goody two shoes?
Party girl.
And here's the second food question, which is not really food, beverage. So beer, wine, or margaritas?
Oh, well, tequila and I are friends off. So wine. Yeah, I'm not a huge beer fan, actually. My husband drinks for two. He is a beer fan.
He is a beer fan.
Oh yes, yeah, and it's like the only thing he drinks. And I do like wine.
Yeah.
I like
White or red?
I would choose red over white, but I also like rosé, which is
I love rosé.
Like a thing now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I keep thinking I don't really like white, but I've had a lot of white that I like lately. So I have to remember that not to always default to red.
Right.
Rosé is a nice middle ground. And sparkling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Most embarrassing moment.
Oh my God. I don't know if I can recreate my most embarrassing. Oh, there's the most embarrassing that were my own fault that are like just haunt me, like, you know, every night. things I do that I think are funny, that are like intended to be funny. My most embarrassing moment. Okay, here's one. I have many. I don't know if I can have the most. I've years ago I lost a lot of weight, and I was wearing a sarong, which I'd never worn before. And I, it's all tied up, and I was feeling super like svelte and had the sarong on, and went to meet some friends at the ship and anchor, and so pulled up in front of the ship, parked like right in front of the ship. Oh my God! Got out of the car, walked around, and I'm standing at the meter, plugging the meter, and then I turn around, and everybody on the patio, the ship patio, is looking at me, and I was like what, like it was weird, right? Like, and then I realized the sarong was on the pavement, and I was just like standing there in my industrial like Spanx underwear. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
It's like, what do you like? And then you have to bend down to like pick it up, right?
Yeah, and it's so you can't be inconspicuous.
No,
it's kind of like you
yeah.
can't you can't be graceful getting out of an inner tube in a swimming pool, right?
This is true. That's true. Yeah. No, I know. And then everyone's like looking at me, but trying to not look at me, and it's just like, oh my God.
Oh my God. What was your biggest light bulb moment?
My biggest light bulb moment. I'm going to think of great answers as soon as we get off of it. My greatest light bulb moment. I think it might have been like the first time I had to go on TV, because I've been super shy my whole life, and when I say that, people are like, what are you talking about? You're not shy, but I really am. And when I was a teenager, I was so shy. I didn't want to tell the kids to go to bed, even. Like, the kids in the neighborhood loved me as a babysitter because I was like a total pushover. So when I had to start doing TV, because I wrote a cookbook, and then I was like, oh crap, people aren't going to buy it unless I promote it. And I was just like petrified. And then I don't know, something kind of clicked, and I was like, this is just like, it's just food, right? Like, it's so not a big deal. And if people think if I do something wrong, people will just, I don't know, maybe they'll feel better about themselves, that everything isn't perfect in life, right? I think I just had to click that over in my head to get over myself, to just, just do it. But yeah, I guess that was probably the first. And then I guess I also had a moment too when I was 29. Not very many people know this about me, but I weighed over 300 pounds.
Wow.
And I just always been overweight. And I was at a party, and I was in a friend's bathroom, and I suddenly was just like, oh my God, it was something I struggled with my whole life. It was something I always thought I couldn't do, right? I just couldn't do it. I couldn't lose weight, which is really hard to do. I'm trying to do it all the time again, but at the time it clicked in my head that like, what if, like, of course I could do it. It's just a matter of doing it, right? Like, it's silly to say, oh, I can't, exercise, or I can't eat healthfully, and I should really be grateful that I have the ability to. And so something clicked then that enabled me to lose 165 pounds.
Wow.
By working out like crazy. And I mean, it is really hard to do. So it's not like something that you just, for people to say, oh, you just make up your mind to do it, it's ridiculous. But something in my mind did click, and it was like, but yeah, I could do that. Like, you believe what you believe about yourself, right? Like, you believe what you're capable of. And but it's interesting, because now, I mean, I work with food every day, and in my mind, it's like, I did this before, why can't I do it again? Like, why am I always uncomfortable? And I should, be able to get control of my eating. And it's hard. Like, it's not an easy thing to just make up your mind. And you can't just make up your mind to do it. I don't know what it is. Something clicks. But something clicked then, and made me realize that, you have these ideas about yourself and what you're like and what you're capable of. And sometimes you have to kind of let that go.
Yeah, and I think as we get older, it gets harder, and we're not in control of our bodies the same way we were when we were like 20,
No,
30, right?
I know. And now I'm like, the thought of getting up and working out is just like, it's so much harder than it was when I was 29, even though I was like much bigger. But I just, and working around food all day, it's like, which it just makes it hard. Like I'm hungry all the time. And that's, people have everyone isn't the same when it comes to food, right? People have different appetites, they have different satiety, they have cravings, they have there's just so many factors that it's not an even playing field,
No, absolutely
So,
not.
anyway, but it really, when it comes down to it, I actually went in the bathroom a few years ago. I was in a restaurant. I had my Spanx, my full body Spanx on. I was at this food event. And I was so hot and uncomfortable. And I went in the bathroom and I took my Spanx off and threw them in the garbage. And they were expensive.
Yes.
And I was like, people can see my back rolls. You know what? If
it is what it is.
They think poorly of me because of my back rolls, then whatever.
The great irony is when we take that crap off our body, we're like, we can breathe. We actually perform better and we behave better and we feel better.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So
yeah.
I'm glad you did that.
I think I get Spanx because I know people wear them, and I still sometimes, actually I don't have any Spanx anymore, but I get it, right? And the way it smooths things out and
everything, yes.
But this one, it's just like these industrial Spanx. And it was just like, ugh.
Ouch. So here's my next question. Okay. What item of clothing should never be worn by a woman over 50?
Oh, I don't think anything. I think anyone can wear whatever they want.
That's a good.
I'm almost 50.
Yeah, you know what? So am I. When I wrote that question, I'm like, wait a minute.
That's so crazy.
That's me soon.
I don't think. When people have really crazy expressive outfits, I think good for them. It makes it less boring, right? Some people try and it's hard to age gracefully, and it'll be interesting to see how our generation ages. We're all going to be wearing Converse and Vans and stuff, right?
Right? And I'm okay with that.
Maybe the younger kids are eye rolling at us, but
probably. So, okay, lip gloss or lipstick?
I don't like either.
Ooh.
I literally do not own a lipstick. I have many, many lip smackers because I'm apparently 15. I have so many lip smackers, but they don't have color on them. I don't like gloss. In fact, one time when we were shooting a TV show, I had a little pot. The makeup artist kept putting this gloss on my mouth and it just makes me feel like not myself. And we had a little pot of bacon fat that had solidified, right? We were keeping it in the fridge. And so I was like, wait, can I try? And I put it on. She's like, yeah, that looks good. It works. So I used bacon fat. So my answer is bacon fat is my answer.
How do you just not lick your lips all the time?
I know, right? If I could keep it from going bad in my purse, I would just bacon fat, right?
That could be your $1 million idea.
I know, right?
Right there. Dragon's Den.
Actually, I'm writing that down right now. Bacon fat, bacon bomb.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Dude, I'm gonna have to trademark it right now. I bet you it's already a thing.
Probably.
Well, but not real bacon fat.
Oh.
Pork bomb? I'm writing all this down. If you see it.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. All right. In a department store, where do you head to first?
Oh. I guess I don't really browse. I just head to where if I need underwear, I go to the bay, I go to the top right corner, I go to what I need. Yeah, I don't I just don't really, I don't like shopping for clothes because it's always been a depressing thing for me to shop for clothes. And people say, just go and buy something that makes you feel fantastic. Like, that's the problem.
You gotta try on. It's like dating. You gotta go through all the duds that don't fit until you find the one that does.
Yes. So if it's like winners, is a good. I go for the shoes because they're like.
Oh yeah, they got great shoes.
But yeah, if it's clothes, it's like usually when I do TV and I have to look presentable, it's from the waist up. So I wear like jeans all the time, and then I just wear like dressier tops. I'm terrible at dressing myself. I didn't learn when I was a kid.
All right. Next question: books or magazines?
Oh, books. Books, especially now.
Do you prefer paper books or e-readers?
Oh, paper. I like paper. And there are some magazines that are great. Yeah. But in general, like magazines are very focused on self-improvement, like new year, new you, and how to improve this. And it's like, why can't we just be okay with ourselves, So yeah, there are some magazines that are great, but about books. I love books. Cookbooks.
Yeah. Name of your first pet?
Sundance.
And what kind of pet was it?
It was a bearded collie.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did you meet your significant other?
At my best friend's sister's apartment. It's very undramatic. I know. He was making craft dinner. It was, I know. We should come up with a better story because it's not. But I was like 15 at the time. Which I think about it now is like,
oh wow, that's a long time.
We didn't start dating for a year. I was 16. Isn't that crazy?
That's like your whole life.
Yes, I know. I know. I know.
Worst job you ever had?
Oh, worst job I ever had. Oh, worst job I ever had. What was my worst job? I used to work at, do you remember Marvelous Muffins in Scotia Centre?
Yes.
Yes, I did. I lied about my age so I could get a job there. And it was not great. It was fine. It was just, it's not a great job. And I worked for, I was a mascot. I was a mascot during the Olympics, Heidi and Howdy. But then I ended up doing other mascot stuff too. Like Alfie the Alpha Bear. Do you remember Alpha Milk?
Yes.
I was the Alpha Bear, and I was like the ATP elephant that taught kids how to use phone manners or something. I can't even remember, but I did a whole bunch of mascot things, which was like fine, but the costumes smelled and they were hot, and yeah.
They're
so
gross.
I guess I don't really have any terrible jobs.
Like I always think about those mascot costumes whenever I see them. And I know that they build in technology now and there's fans and material. But at some point, somebody has sneezed in that thing.
Totally. There was one guy, like a director I was working with, who was like, you should really go in your underwear in that. You'll be cooler. And it was like, I'm okay. I'll wear my shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I'm also 17 years old.
Yeah. Who is your girl crush?
Oh, my girl crush. Who is my girl crush? When I was a kid, I wanted to be Elizabeth Baird when I grew up. She was the food editor of Canadian Living.
Yeah.
And I wanted to dye my hair silver and get the haircut, but my mom wouldn't let me dye my hair silver. She's still my girl crush. She's like amazing. She got an Order of Canada for her food work.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a few years ago. But I'm trying to think of like crushes in somebody that I've never met, right?
It doesn't have to be.
So yeah, Elizabeth Baird for sure. This is also like something I will. Oh, you know who I think I would be BFFs with? Joan Cusack.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay, why?
Also because then I think I should get to marry her brother, and then we would be sister-in-laws, right? Like, what an awesome package would that be?
Yeah.
Joan, she's just funny. Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
she's underutilized talent, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Kristen Wiig. Everyone loves Kristen Wiig.
Oh yeah.
Always
Pretty
it's the
funny.
funny girls, you know?
Yes. You
Yeah.
guys can catch up with Julie. You can subscribe to her newsletter, which has some awesome recipes at dinnerwithjulie.com. You can listen to her on CBC Radio, catch her on TV, walk into Chapters or Indigo, and have a look at the variety of cookbooks that have her name attached to them, and then go cook something.
Yes. And
Do it.
invite some people over to share.
That's right. That's the best part. So, because if it sucks, everybody's in the same boat. And if it's
Yeah,
great,
exactly.
you look like a hero.
Blame me.
Yeah, you can blame Julie.
Yeah.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and have a wonderful afternoon. And I